Hello, so it's Katie here, and we're just going to do a quick evening look tonight. We're starting with some concealer. I'm using my Laura Mercier concealer, which actually, if you watched my beauty haul, you saw that I got. I actually really do like it, and it's pretty close to my color. With it being summer and everything, it's kind of hard to really find out what it is because my color changes so drastically. So what we're doing with the concealer, we're just kind of covering up everything that we don't like. Under the eyes, you're using the lighter one, and to cancel out any discoloration, that sort of thing. And yeah, you just kind of be your own judge where you need it. I kind of need a little bit more today because my skin's not being very cooperative with me and it's breaking out on me. So next thing we're going to do is using our Beauty Blender sponge. Actually is available at beautyblender.com and also at sephora.com. I just take it, run it under some water, squeeze the water through, and it doubles in size if you notice between the first clip and this clip here. And the benefit of that is that the water that you put through the sponge, it actually goes into your foundation. It helps to hydrate your skin and makes it look very dewy and very nice, I find. So that's great. I really love the Beauty Blender sponge, and I did pay for it though. So just kind of using a dabbing, kind of stippling motion, starting in the middle and working out to the outsides of your face. You just kind of dab, 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 dab. And the good thing I like about putting the makeup on the back of my hand first instead of putting it right onto the sponge is I feel like I can control how much I'm getting on. And where it is summertime now, you don't want to have your makeup too heavy or else it feels like it's kind of gonna cakey and it might melt off. So just a nice light coverage. The Beauty Blender also has, it's egg shaped, so the bottom is bigger than the top. So that's good because the top is nice and kind of small and you can get around the eyes really well to help blend the concealer with the foundation. And right now I'm just kind of, taking it around my jawline down to my neck, and because you don't want that makeup line, and just kind of pressing it into the skin so that it stays better and it has more staying power, so that I don't have to use a setting powder because that would just make me feel cakey and gross when you start sweating when you're out. So next we're going to do some contouring, and for this I'm going to be using just a matte bronzer from the Beauty Shop, and I believe it's an 01, which is actually the color that I use normally in the winter time for contouring, but all my other bronzers are shimmery ones and I didn't really want a shimmery contouring bronzer one. So just sweep the color on with a big fluffy brush and then tap off any excess, and I'm starting at the temple. You're going to make a 3 or an E depending on which way you're seeing this. You're going from your temple down just below your cheekbone and then following along your jawline. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. This is just kind of placing the color on your face first. Again, making sure to work that color down your neck because you don't want to have crazy lines, and making sure to kind of blend it out. You can, if you feel like you need a little bit more, because I sometimes feel like I need more bronzer to give my face a little, can just kind of put more bronzer where the sun naturally hits your face. So that would be like, the high cheekbones, your forehead, down your nose, and your chin. So don't need to put too much, just a little bit to kind of give yourself some color, putting color back into your face. And now I have two options. These colors are actually pretty much the same. One's from NYX, and it's a cream blush. The other one that I have that I'm going to show you is from Benefit, and it's called Coralista. And they're very nice colors. They will look good on every skin tone. I'm just taking an angled brush, and if you want to give your blush more staying power, you can put the cream blush on first and then follow with the powder blush just to kind of give it more bam, more staying power. But where I'm not really going to go out for this, I'm just putting on the powder blush. And I'm making the funny fish face, sucking in my cheeks, finding my apples and smiling and everything. so that I can, and I'm making sure to blend up the color up into your temples. Next thing, we're gonna go to the eyes, and we're not really gonna focus a lot on the eyes tonight. Just gonna keep it kind of simple. The heavier focus is gonna come later. So this is Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Sin, and we're just taking that, we're gonna apply it to the eyelid, and then we're just gonna use our ring finger and just kind of blend that around the eye, taking it all the way up, because this is the only thing we're gonna put on the eye. We're just gonna keep it simple, taking the it to the inner corner and just below the lower lid on the inner corner area. And the same thing on the other side. And you can always start with a little bit of the primer potion and then add more as you feel necessary. Again, using the ring finger, taking it up to the brow bone and corner and just below the inner lower lid corner. Oh my goodness. And that is all we're doing for the eyes. Now we're taking lipstick, and this is just a really bright pink color. You can use any one. I'm using one from NYX, and really I just am using it because I love their products. I just recently got into them. This lipstick is really nice and creamy, and it feels like it's really moisturizing to my lips. Now we're going to do some mascara because I almost forgot the mascara part. This is just Big Lash from Maybelline, and it's in a brown color, just because we don't want the eyes to draw too much attention. We want to look kind of natural up there. But the big eye catcher is going to be the lips because they're bright. It's just putting a light coat of mascara. Zoom in. Ooh, there's my eye. Weird thing about my eyes, they change color depending on my mood and my health. So when I'm really sick, my eyes are like really green. So I don't know, the color of this camera is kind of just making it hard to deter what color it really is. I have a hard time getting all of my lashes. I have like lashes all the way to the very inner corner, and I'm the kind of person I need those to be coated just as well as all the other ones, so I have big eyes. Zoom out. And there's our finished look. You see this camera fixes the coloring, you'll see what exactly it all looks like. So this is really easy. Our first step was the concealer. Step number 2 was the foundation with the Beauty Blender. Number 3 was the bronzer contouring. Step number 4 was our blush. Step number 5 was our lipstick, which is where our focus was on. And our last step, number 6, was the mascara. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed and have a beautiful night.